Here with another Exceed video. This is the first tournament of Season 7, and today I have Zain on the line with me. Zain, say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
And I just realized I did not post a link to the stream, so let me go ahead and do that.
Nice. That is a fun time here. So I don't know who's actually picking first here. Let's see.
We saw coin toss, so coin toss did happen.
Okay. Teketria is picking first, so he did pick Soul.
Okay.
So one of my first picks is actually correct with him. Okay, because he's Sato.
Before we do that, we should probably describe, or for at least the people on YouTube who might not know the format of the tournament, why don't you go ahead and explain that for us?
Okay, so he's gonna go for okay, no, never mind. Who's picking what now? I'm very confused.
There's a Testament there.
Okay, yeah, there's Testament. Okay, he picked up Testament and Zato. Snow Catsune picked up both Testament and Zato, so it's a rotating draft. So this is just a draft format. No player can play this exact same character. So there's going to be no repeats, no head-to-heads, no slugfest.
No mirrors.
So just kill me.
No mirrors,
yes.
Yeah.
And so each player picks at least 2 characters from Season 7 and can pick 1 character from 4 through 7.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
we're seeing a lot of Guilty Gear, which is fun.
Yeah, so Teketria is picking up Eno. And what is this going to be a third pick right now? I do not know.
Eno and Potemkin alongside the Soul.
Eno and Potemkin. Because Potemkin, I'm actually not shocked by. Eno doesn't really shock me there.
We see the phone on for Snow Catsune.
Yeah. Okay, and then phone on. Okay. So there's at least one nice. I would say that's probably the steady pick. I wouldn't be surprised seeing phone on early on.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure characters now or matchups are now randomized, right?
No.
Why is my ping? No, it's not. I'm pretty sure.
No,
so they get to pick. Okay.
Yeah, they get to pick which characters they want to go. It's best of 3, so that's the plus side here. It's not going to be like a 4 kill me.
It's not a 4-hour set. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay, so we got the bag of 3 here. I would not be surprised if Teketria leads out with Soul Bad Guy, trying to get that first win.
Mm-hmm.
And Snow, I don't know exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Phonon or if, yeah.
Yeah, Snow I know is the Phonon.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Phonon here, but Zato.
It looks like they did randomize, by the way, because they're pulling out 3 characters from the bags. So it looks like it's going to be Soul versus Zato, Phonon versus Eno, and then Testament versus Potemkin.
Maybe?
That's what
Here.
I mean. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like is happening on the board.
Okay. I actually don't know exactly fully 100%, so it's like...
That's okay. You came in knowing more than I did, so... Looks like we're off.
Actually... Yeah, we're off here.
Take a look at Soul's kit here.
Yeah, so Soul Teketria is definitely going to be might not even honestly exceed at this point.
Exceeding's expensive on Soul.
And he is just going to be canceling like crazy. He's just going to try to get early game advantage and just try to kill his opponent with attacks, and even if he loses
big red
attacks,
numbers.
even if he loses attacks early on, and Zato's able to whittle him down a little bit. Soul's usually only like 5 to 6 attacks away from death. Yep. Or not my bad. Sato's like 5 or 6 attacks away from death, basically.
We can take a look at the UA here for Soul as the reason why. When you cancel and then proceed to strike, you get a little bit extra power. Backside, you get +2 power, however, that's quite a bit of an investment at 3 cost exceed. And a lot of times...
it's not bad. Like, it's actively not that bad because you're canceling like crazy.
It also depends on your card draw, I think. Like if you're able to get like double block or something easy in there early, then Exceed's quite good, right? Because you get +2 power, and then on top of that, Soul already has just a bunch of plus power boosts.
I mean, you look at Outrage. Outrage gives you a card, gives you Gauge. You have one way to get Gauge. You have actually, honestly, multiple ways to get Gauge. Like Smells of the Game gives you Gauge.
Yes, it does.
Granted, you have to hit, but you also have Let's Rock that also gives you Gauge as well.
You have Let's Rock,
and multiple ways.
And it's not like you have Gunflame, which is an assault, so that's not the most difficult shape to hit anyway, either. So this is actually gonna be interesting for me because I have not seen Zato before.
Zato definitely is really kind of interesting, especially when he brings up Eddie. So his ultras and specials and ultras range are from Eddie when he's on the field.
Yes.
And then you can have hit, gain advantage, and clean up, remove Eddie from play, so you can just kind of advantage change a little bit.
Then Eddie comes onto the field via the normals.
Yes.
What is his exceed side? Is it just you can place Eddie anywhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has a little bit of stuff there. Like originally, before you can only place it onto in anything in the range.
Yes.
So
take a look at Eddie's cards.
It's a really nice buff for just to get Eddie anywhere you want, and you kind of have to worry about it. But I honestly don't think Teketria is going to be worrying about it at all.
Do you think it's a high priority exceed for? I guess it's only 2, so it's not even that expensive.
I will tell you, there's one character in here that I know 100% is a high priority exceed, and that is Eno. Eno
yes,
definitely
I
wants
remember
to be
Eno.
high priority. Because the later you exceed with Eno, the worst you're going to be having a rough time.
I actually do have some for people who are looking out in the future. I know I've been saying this for a while, but I have recorded season 7 videos of myself playing season 7 against other people. I played against Migo Hunter and I played against Eno 3 times. So there's Eno content on the way. So don't worry about that. When it's coming out, I have no idea, but it's ready.
I mean, honestly, right now, I have no idea what Zato is wanting to do here.
Let's look at Zato's cards.
What Zato probably wants to do is get Eddie into play, maybe, and be able to threaten some. Of his bigger.
Surely,
stuff.
This is maybe a little bit
like
of
even honestly throwing focus at this range is not the worst thing in the world, just because you get Eddie on play. I believe, right? Yeah.
It's an after, so you don't have to hit to get Eddie into play. I would imagine that in this matchup, just because Soul is such a... What I know from Soul, he's Mr. Aggressive melee character, so I would assume that Zato wants to be playing a little bit of keep away with Eddie, is what I would imagine the matchup to be
probably.
like.
I'm not exactly sure what this matchup actually looks like as much. I've not played into the matchup that much. But I will tell you this, that Teketria does not care what his opponent's going to be doing. He is just going to be, I'm going to kill you. Can you... Because I would not even be surprised if he tries to throw a gunflame here. Or,
Well, he has the before close 1 here already, so...
Yes.
So
I would not be surprised on...
It's actually pretty surprising, because I actually normally see... Other Soul players I've seen, they usually just do this for the +2 power at range 1. But interesting to see Teketria use this very aggressively just to set up the range 3 mix-up on turn 1.
As I said, he's just going to be very aggressive. He's just going to be going in there, trying to get that damage in.
Snow Katsune sets a strike. Could be cross? I'm sure it's not a turn 1 cross to get out of there. Teketria playing a 1/4 sweep, and it's the Invite Hell, so that's not going to be the best looking trade there.
Yeah, so...
The Invite Hell doesn't even put Eddie on the board, right? It's only the normals that does.
I mean, he does get a draw for this. I mean, it's not a super super trade here. I mean, it's 8 to yes.
Well, it's 3 to 6, so it's not that bad. Soul moves into range 3 on his turn, which
never mind. It's close 1. I forgot his effect. My bad.
Yeah, it's close 1.
Close 1.
Then,
if you close fewer than 1 space, for some reason I was thinking like if it was close 2, you closed fewer than 2. I don't know. Like I'm getting cards mixed up.
That's
but as I said, like right now, early on, it would not be surprising me at all if we never see Soul actually exceed here, because I guarantee you, Teketria is just going for the cancels here on Soul, and not going to care what his.
There's that cancel, yeah.
Right. Yep. As I said, he's going to be very aggressive with this.
Hey, +1 pointer, power draw 2 into Assault or Gunflame, almost assuredly. 6 power, either way. Do you think is Teketria one to play mix-ups here? Would he play a dive or a spike?
Yeah, I mean, he would probably play some mix-ups here. Gunflame is really great here.
Gunflame is obviously
potentially play some. I can definitely tell you right now, it's definitely not going to be cross.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not going to be anything that is. It could be even Assault here.
So the cards that we're looking at here for obviously Assault Gunflame, but also Fafnir and Dive both hit that 7 power. Ooh, that's with an EX though. Is that Assault? It's a sweep. It's just the Night Ray Vortex, the sweep shape from the 1-4 sweep shape from Soul. So I mean, it still does 5 into the armor. Or actually, the EX sweep goes first, doesn't it? And it pops the
EX sweep does go first. Yes.
And it pops the Night Ray Vortex. That is that's bad.
Yeah. No, I mean it's fine. Right now, anytime you think that Soul is down, Soul is not down. He is just getting punched in the face, and he's getting ready to punch you in the face for like 10 or 20.
Well, it'll take a little bit of setup before the 10 punch sub comes, right? With only one card in hand, Zato on the board. So this looks pretty good for Zato at this point. Yeah. It's also Eddie's turn. Zato's turn, excuse me.
So I mean, more than likely on Soul's turn, he'll probably wind up.
Not to prep, surely.
Yeah, either prepping, more than likely prepping here, just because of he's not able to really get any of his other stuff off. So I have no idea on it. Like, really, honestly, truly, I have no idea right now.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Surely Zato, if Zato has a card that says push on it, which it looks like he's multiple, surely he just strikes with that. In this position, range 3, your opponent only has one card in hand. So which is why I'm saying it's gonna be, like Soul's gonna have a little bit of trouble here. Because A, he'll have to get back in, and B, he'll also need to build the gauge to cancel the future. So that's definitely like 2, 3, even 4 turns away. So
I mean,
this is definitely...
even when you look at a lot of his stuff here, because right now that's a lot doesn't hit.
We get something like Pierce hits, leap hits. Looks like both players
there's some
prep,
stuff,
though.
Yeah,
so.
That's not shocking to me. As said, Teketria might CC on his next turn, maybe, depending on if he wants to, how aggressive he really wants to get here, but...
If he even has an Ultra, he's CC. I can see that. Anyway, back to Zato here. Surely Zato is going to be striking with something, because this is the exact position you need to be striking into Soul here. Before Soul is able to build up those resources, because you really want Soul to be spending resources to be moving in as well. Right.
Honestly, there's sometimes where you might just play block. Like, if he plays leap, he plays anything that moves him, he might just honestly play block, because he has a lot of movement options. I mean, for crying out loud, you have free. That's free. That's just move 2.
Let's rock, sure. Just setting up Strike of the Future. Ooh, Soul out of there. Takes short side of the board, but out of the Eddy, at least. Out of the close range Eddy as well.
So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw probably might see Crosshair. I mean, that's a lot technically is there. It's not as...
Cross from Zato,
right there.
Yeah.
But
Cross from Zato. This is the perfect position for it, right? Although, I don't think we've seen a Soul Grasp drop just yet. I mean, this is a pretty good cross for Zato for sure. Get some space, alongside a board. Does your Eddy stay? No, Eddy
will stay until
you play a special. Okay. Yeah, Eddy stays until you play a special, looks like. So playing cross does not remove Eddy, which is very good. In fact, you can reposition Eddy, right? If you want. Yeah, you can.
Exactly... Yeah.
So you can actually reposition Eddy first and then cross backward, right? So you can put like Eddy on top of Soul, even if you want.
Don't know if that's true. I don't.
Because you can, right?
As I said, like I don't remember I don't really remember.
Oh, I'm just reading the Gateway.
What? Yeah. Like I don't remember if it's after or before. It might be before. So here's the.
It's a focus. Okay. Oh, Bandit Bringer will miss. However, that's the wild swing from Teketria. So Bandit Bringer will go first, will miss, and the focus will pop back for 5. Soul gets middle board at least. Although Soul was the one that wanted to be a little bit far away from Eddy, so a little bit unfortunate there.
But I believe that was a wild swing.
It was, yeah. It was a wild swing from Teketria.
Yeah. So that doesn't shock me at all. Like he's, as I said, like it doesn't matter like how much life he's might be down here. It's never actually over. 100%. Like, it is one of those things where it may look like he is completely and utterly out of his depth, and he's losing by, potentially 10 to even, like, being down to, like, 5 life left, or even 1 life left. Soul's only ever down, is never down that much.
Just a prep from Teketria. Sorting the hand. Maybe we got an EX in there? Who knows? Back to Zato here. Full hand, 4 gauge as well. Zato's Exceed side, does it have a kicker or no?
It does not.
Okay, so we'll take a look at Zato's ultras here. What do we have here? We have Conbrio, aka Sun Void.
I believe it does.
And we have 3-6-1. What an interesting shape. 3-6-1-2 Stun Immune after draw 3. Very reminiscent of the Chaos UA, the Chaos Ultra, except like way less damage and way less draw. Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, Stun Immunity, you get a little bit of armor, you get a little bit of draw as well. Definitely a little bit on the... Although a lot of the Guilty Gear Ultras are definitely... they appear to be slightly overcosted compared to earlier seasons, especially like Season 5 and before. They're definitely like a lot of them appear to be overcosted, but these characters do build up gauge quite reliably. And they have good ways to spend gauge as well, other than the Ultras.
Here's the strike here.
Yep.
Would not be surprised if it was a cross.
Cross are like at speed 7 or speed 6. Yeah, Pierce.
Oh, this is a really funny here. So it's 3.
Yeah, so it'll be 3, and then if you definitely want to be pulling Soul here because you don't want Soul to get that gauge and hit you back with that dust. So Soul back to range 1, so that's good at least. Eddie gets popped off the board.
So now he has advantage.
Is that? Oh, did not know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you use Zato's effect, so Zato's effect is while Eddie's in play, your specials and ultras calculate range from Eddie.
Yep.
And have hit, gain advantage, and clean up, remove Eddie from play.
Yes, I see. Yeah.
So basically, Eddie gets popped, but you gain advantage.
You get advantage, yeah.
And in this position, as I said, like right now, I wouldn't even be surprised to see Soul literally come back from down like 20 life.
Mm-hmm.
Because Soul just hits like a truck.
He does. He really does.
Same thing with May. Same thing with I'm trying to think here. Potemkin can hit like a truck.
Biken.
Actually, a decent amount of people can. Biken can hit like a truck. Leo is just Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks
so
like maybe.
Nope. Oh yeah.
Exceed. Okay. Yeah.
You're seeing the Exceed here.
Yep. And we'll take a look at the Exceed side. You can place Eddie in any space with your normals.
Yes.
Remind me, is Fafnir cancelable? It's not. Okay. The boost on Fafnir, excuse me. Outrage. It is not.
No idea.
Oh, but it does have take another action on, so it is basically.
Yes.
Okay.
But so, you don't gain the effect of the Exceed.
No,
because the plus side is here. The really cool thing about Soul is when you Exceed, if you cancel before you Exceed.
I don't think Soul's exceeding this game, but yeah.
You gain +2 power.
Yes, yeah. But I'm saying, Fafnir is, while it's an expensive way to, or Outrage, excuse me, while it's an expensive way to get cards into gauge, it allows you to cancel right away, right? So
I mean, the plus side is right now, the chances of him having Grasp in hand, is very, very, for Snow, is very low here. So Zato is, Soul can potentially just get a nice little hit in here for, don't think there's really anything he has to worry about too much. I mean, Pierce maybe, but...
one Pierce is down.
Okay, so, as I said, the chances tend to be down now, to where it's like, it's not looking too bad for him. I mean, yeah, there's Sun Void.
I kind of feel like Zato would want to move, cancel, strike, or something along those lines.
Whose turn is it this right now?
It is Zato's turn right now. Teketria's
it is Zato's. Oh yeah, okay.
So I'm assuming Zato's going to be doing move, cancel, strike, or move, cancel something along those lines. You know, finds himself on a short side of board, which is not where you want to be. Especially with Teketria having.
I mean, the thing is, you have cross. You do have cross that it does allow you to area shift and cancel out of that. So
yeah. Area shifts so I'm expecting Zato to actually just area shift cancel something this turn. Put Soul in the corner. If he has EX cross, like that would be particularly mean. Just area shift cross, suddenly range 5. But no, we see Let Me Carve Your Way, so +1 power, and then spending Force to return specials from discard to hand. So it'll be the Pierce and the Invite Hell, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the Fireball shape, it's kind of like a Fireball, and then the Pierce. A little bit of a passive play, though.
I mean, that doesn't shock me too much.
From Snow.
I expect basically Snow to be playing more passively, and Teketria literally just being like, okay, you're gonna play passive. I'm just gonna go into your face.
Right, which is why I would expect. Which is why I would expect Snow to not be so passive.
Oh, which
is a badass coming out. Okay.
So, no, definitely with badass, it makes Pierce way not as good as it could be.
No, Pierce is not the strike here.
Because I'm assuming Snow's just going to be playing very, very passively. I wouldn't even be surprised if he tries to go over Oppose.
Oppose, which one's that one?
That is the...
That's the focus shape?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
That's the focus one.
I don't know. I still feel like you have this gauge lead over Soul. You really need to be using that gauge lead to get a better position before you strike, if you're Zato here.
I mean, honestly, like, even if you were looking at it too, you might even just go with a normal to get Zato on the board. That's the other thing too, is that getting Zato on the board right now, like, you could throw Zato into Timbuktu, and then you have to start really respecting
there's the
what
Ukami.
Zato can potentially do. Yep.
Ukami cancel, surely. So in Season 7, we have Tech still, but Tech is now cancelable. Very, very, very good. And just sending strike. Okay. Fast slow here.
This is probably going to be faster, maybe? Question mark? I don't know. 3, 2, 3.
That's a lot. A card that misses. And
yes. So they're looking for the advance 2. They're just looking for the advance 2 option.
Why? Why? Just spend Force from your hand to advance 2. If you want to advance 2 so badly.
Yeah.
I don't get this at all. This doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's fine.
No,
it's not
don't
great.
No, don't justify it. There's a +1 power there too. You're throwing away the +1 power. Don't justify this. Don't justify this. No.
Who really needs +1 power? Come on now. I will say I'm kind of a little bit surprised that he wasn't just going to try to get Zato on the board.
You're trying to hardy cross for no reason.
Just to get out of the way though, isn't seem that horrible. I mean, Wild Throw is down, so there is that +1 power. Add this.
Yeah, I guess it works, but right because that's a lot does go first, right? So the Wild Throw misses, but still, so you see you find your own way. +1 power, draw 2. If Zato has cross, he strikes with it now. Although, I mean, this could be telegraphing EX cross from Soul technically. We see the negative edge canceled immediately, so place that into any space into striking. And yeah, looks like Teketria is
this is going to be Pierce.
Pierce, yeah.
So I'm assuming this is just actually telegraphing Pierce.
Yep.
And
I agree.
If you have the EX of any speed 6, you're just kind of well, you hurt.
Well, Soul only has the cross, right, for speed 6. Range 2.
Yes.
So it would have to be that.
But
no gauge for the Tyrant's Rave, I think the card's called.
Pierce is push or pull 1, so
could respond with like a sweep, like.
Yeah, I mean he could respond with a bunch of things here that just can.
Well, it's just sweep. It's just sweep or Night Raid Vortex, right? Because everything else would miss. Or the Volcanic Viper also misses. That's only 1 to 2. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And this would be pretty
Bringer
nasty. Spike
also is able to. I honestly don't think this is going to be Spike. Just because I don't think Snow is that.
I agree, but I'm saying it would be a really good Spike. I agree that this is not Spike, but
is that greedy? Now, granted, if this was me, I would be very that greedy.
I would too, but it depends on your opponent and how safely they play on defense.
Yes.
The fact that Teketria is not matching EX Cross right now is worrying, though, I would say.
Oh, I mean, right now he's just looking at what his opponent has. That doesn't shock me at all. Teketria, as much as I will say he is a very aggressive player, he's also a very smart player.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to, if he thinks that he has if he thinks that this is an attack that he might lose, he might just go wild swing and see what his options are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of the thing. As I said, like once Soul gets the ball rolling. Now, granted, if Zato can keep Soul off of his ground and never give the ball over to Soul, you basically are going to see Soul just have a bad time, and
which is what's been happening so far this game. Yes. Let's be honest.
Yes. So I mean, there's been some moves where you're saying like kind of questioning it. Yes, there's some potentially questionable plays, but also that worked out. So hey, but it's also baiting out some stuff too. That's the other thing too.
Yeah, I mean, like sure, if that 3-speed move was really to bait out a wild throw, then good on him.
Yeah, Bandit Bringer into okay, that was Pierce. So this is going to hit no matter what here.
No, the Bandit Bringer misses.
What?
Because you pull towards Zato, and then Bandit Bringer crosses over, and then misses. Right. The only options that hit there.
Before advance
the only options that hit against the Pierce are this.
I forget about the advance too. Like reading is hard. Okay.
So it's basically just 2 to 3, right? So the only options that hit there would be the sweep or the second copy, or the second copy of sweep or the second copy of the Night Raid Vortex.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised even if as soon as Soul's able to get any type of advantage or any type of swing momentum, Zato's going to die.
Notably, you have been saying this for 26 minutes, but yes, I agree. The stream has been live for 26 minutes now, and you have been saying this, but yes, I agree.
Like I know I've been saying this, but like I've also been killed by Soul way too many times for it to be.
Advanced Retreat 1 key charge. This has a cancel on it though. So surely this is cancelled. And it is. Striking here is pretty risky though. With an EX is less risky, okay. So I was about to say both EX Assault and EX Gunflame are up. This EX dive, I feel like this does not beat anything. It does? It's EX Dust?
Yeah.
EX Dust? Was that? Wow. I did not expect EX Dust to come out there.
Yeah.
EX Dust notably not stunned though.
It is now online for Soul is online now.
Yes, Soul is online.
With one card right now, this is actually looking really good for Soul here.
I will say Zato could have placed Eddie on the board. Scramble, nice. Scramble, cancel strike. I will say,
I've never seen it to where you lose completely with Scramble. I've never lost with Scramble ever in my life.
Oh yeah, never. Not ever.
Just never look at any of.
Oh, it's an EX.
Might be ES Grasphere.
EX Fafnir. Oh, gets popped by the cross. Went for a little bit of a risk there. I will say,
as I said, like sometimes I look at that and go, yeah, that's just a rough time when you're. Scramble, why do you do this? Scrambles a lot of times is very much you hope that they don't have what you think they have.
There were, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 outs. There were 2 crosses in there.
I think Grasp is still in that deck.
There's 2. I think there's 2 crosses and 1 Grasp in that Zato deck.
Yeah. So I mean.
So there were a couple outs.
It is very much a risk reward, and if it worked out really well, then well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there goes Soul's Gauge as well.
That's fine.
Is it?
I have honestly like.
You have faith still? Just let's rock.
I have a ton of faith in Soul because it is just he's a character that exists and and can hit like a truck and just can bring things back from the brink of just death.
Right, he needs resources to do that though, so it'll definitely take a while.
Not as long as you think, because you can just CC and get resources. So
CC what? I mean, he's CCing the hand if the hand's bad, yeah, but he's no gauge. The good thing is he's at range 3, and I'm pretty sure EX Assault and EX Gunflame are both up. Oh, it's gonna be the area shift though. Push him back to range 5. Push him onto the Eddy into striking. So this could be a pose. This could be the Sun Void. This could be. That's right, actually.
Well, Invite Hell is down.
Invite Hell
actually a decent amount of stuff. Yeah,
Invite Hell does work.
Wait, no, my bad.
Invite Hell's actually up, right?
I forgot Eddie's on board, so
he recurred it.
Yeah.
This is actually just
but it doesn't hit here because it goes from Eddie. So ultras and specials are cut at range from Eddie when he's on board.
Right, but Invite Hell puts Eddie in Zato's place.
Yeah, so this is gonna be Sun Void.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed Invite Hell. No, he spent it for Negative Edge, because he did recur. If you remember, like 10 minutes ago, he did recur Invite Hell.
Yeah,
but he spent it for the Negative Edge.
So right now, he's on top of Eddie. So really, at this point in time, it's either Oppose or Invite Hell or Sun Void.
Yes, those are the three options.
Oppose or Sun Void, and that's it.
Yep.
Just two options. It's gonna be Sun Void. 100%.
100%.
Yeah. No.
Oppose does no damage. Okay. Oppose can actually just never do any damage because Soul can never hit. Soul can't hit range 5.
I mean, technically you can hit. I mean, you get gauge for it, though.
Soul. Yeah, but I'm saying.
Technically, it would do 1 damage. Because
would it? Because of the Let's Rock. Yeah. Sure. Right, Teketria, pretty much forced takes the wild swing and then puts it back in his hand.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go for the wild swing here. I think he's looking for focus here, unless both of his focuses are down.
Grass not gonna do it. And it's the Sun Void, okay. So Sun Void actually does not remove Eddie during cleanup. That's me 3 damage, Soul down to 4. 2 gauge built up once again for Snow.
Yeah.
Eddie should be. He's not removed on cleanup. And that's that is actually mandatory, so that's why I reminded them.
Yeah. I still have faith in the Soul. Granted,
you still have the faith. You still have faith. You still have faith. I respect your faith. Okay, here's the start of something.
Yeah.
I mean, range 3. You end your turn on range 3. Maybe you have the EX Assault, EX Gunflame in hand. Granted, it's just, the Sun Void will kill you, but second Gabi, but actually, it won't kill. It won't kill you. Assault.
Kind of the thing you're actually looking at. Okay, he's just going for
3, drawing 4. Yeah. Change cards 2, drawing 3. Excuse me. Notably, no second gauge for Sun Void anymore. Keep yourself alive.
Right,
plus
so
2 armor.
Plus 2 armor.
Yep. 5 in hand, 6 in deck for Soul. 5 in hand, 8 in deck for Zato. So options are starting to get known. And I keep claiming that EX Assault is an option for Soul, and I'm pretty sure it's not, because I'm pretty sure Soul spent Advance 3 to go into the corner that one time.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. EX Gunflame is still
EX
up,
Assault is down. Cross is down. Dive is down. Sweep is down. I think a little bit of everything he has is down. In this position, so there's really not many EXs for normals, and not really a lot of EXs.
Okay. This is gotta be known. We just don't know what it is. It's blocked.
It's just gonna be
yeah. Let's be 5 total power.
So just taking 1 here and calling it a day.
Yep. I mean, Teketria does have the 2 armor. Soul does now have the 1 gauge. Will Zato let him have a turn? Is the question.
If you have Grasp in hand, maybe you might.
Grasps are down for Zato, I believe.
Are they down?
Yeah.
Okay. I could be wrong here.
Sure.
If they're down, then they're down. Honestly, at this point in time, probably just if you have sweep, if you have anything, just as guard.
Chuck it. Yeah, I mean, you're on alongside the board.
Just put it down and see what he. See if
alongside the board, dives are down. Sure. Puts Eddie at range 3 from the opponent. Does that signify anything?
They could potentially signify the. It can signify leap. It can signify invite hell.
Oppose.
It does signify that's a lot. I mean, it signifies quite a bit. Like, a lot can hit.
This could just
depending
be
on what his actual gauge is and everything else. Not his gauge, but his.
This could also just be I don't know why you would do it, but you could like pull area shift him onto Eddie again. I don't know why you do it, but maybe you do it because you generate a little bit extra space on your turn.
I mean, to be fair, you could get it for the to make sure he doesn't have grasp in hand or both grasps.
Burst grasp, I feel like, I don't know.
If both graphs are down, then it's just you kind of are doing something here to finish the game and just trying to end it quickly. All right, so we have +1 speed.
+1 speed. Place Eddie in your space. Advanced retreat 2. Okay, that's
so right now Pierce is just a speed 7. Yes.
Gets pulled back.
And he's not going to be
turn immediately.
Yeah. So which means he doesn't have any favorable options here that he wants to strike with here. In this position.
Remind me, still have a block left?
He might. He actually might. I think we've only seen one block so far. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
I agree. It's me striking here. Probably a speed 7 something.
I'm assuming this is probably Pierce.
Yeah.
Unless Pierce is down, because
it's a speed 7 something. Teketria are gonna check it, but it's actually oppose. Okay, never mind. Wait, oppose will always hit because you can never move Eddie.
Okay. Yeah, you can never move Eddie. So yeah, this should be game, I believe.
It's game, yeah. Soul just unable to play the game this time around.
I believe they're checking it right now to make sure that everything goes from Eddie. If Eddie wasn't on the field, this would be absolutely.
I mean, if Eddie wasn't on the field, I don't think you strike with oppose, but in the first place, right?
I mean, you might to try to catch something.
Maybe. Anyway, that's gonna be game 1.
At this life lead, you can get away with some
maybe
shenanigans.
But anyway, that's gonna be game 1
so
going to Snow Katsune.
Yeah, Gunflame and Dust there. So
yeah, it's not a good looking hand. I basically just starved for resources the entire game. Spent 60% of the game with 0 gauge, which is not how you want your Soul games to go.
Yes. As I said, at any time though, any mistake or any little bit of any little bit of
any room that Zato had given Soul.
Yeah.
That a 2 to 4 after advance 2 against the wild throw. Crazy stuff
making
there.
Sure that, definitely the way to beat Soul is just making sure he doesn't have a lot of gauge. You just starve him out to where he can't hit. Make him whiff a lot, and you're having a fun time. Now, granted, if you're not able to call out a lot of the shenanigans that he actually can do, because there was a certain point in time where he was throwing EX that Snow pretty much called that out fairly well. That I believe it was the EX. I forget what EX it was, but it was probably where Fafnir. I think it was Fafnir.
Are you talking about the EX Fafnir? So no. Cross?
No, I don't think you're talking about Bandit Bringer. It was EX Bandit Bringer.
I don't think it was that, but whatever. There was an EX plate. I remember what you're talking about. It was not Bandit Bringer though. It was EX on. No, it wasn't EX Night Ray Vortex.
No, because that would have done something here.
Yeah.
I do know that Night Ray Vortex got stunned out at one point.
Yeah, it got stunned out by EX Sweep.
Yes.
That was a big turning point in the game.
Yeah. So that was something that I mean, it does happen. Soul
does have big red numbers. He does still have to play mix-ups, and sometimes you lose mix-ups, and you lose.
So is another one that has the issue of, so the same issue that Soul tends to have for not being able to hit and having a really fun jank mix-ups. Tends to be, she has a lot of different mix-ups at range 4.
That said, I think you are very happy into this matchup. Literally, your UA directly counters Phonon.
Well, the thing is, your UA, you can come in. You have to use resources for it, so it's not.
Right, but I mean, Phonon's also spent a card on defense too, and Phonon notably a bad character on defense. So, if I were the player, I'd be happy fighting Phonon. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I honestly don't know if. Well, the thing is, right now, Eno needs to exceed. That is the one big thing that Eno needs to do. For basically the get-go, is the later she exceeds, the more rough she's going to be. Like,
Yeah.
I actually really honestly do believe this to my heart's content of saying that the later you let Ino exceed, the more trouble you are going to be in.
I see.
Right. Because the Ino does not do well behind.
Yes, I agree. She does not. She does not possess some of the big red numbers that some of these other characters do.
She can. She can hit.
She can,
some
right?
Really
like
numbers here.
Antidepressant can go up to 5.
Like
right?
for anti-depression scale. Now, granted, I know it's depression scale, but I like to say it's depression.
Sure.
Because hey, +2 power. She can.
That goes up to 5. That's good.
6,
That's a good card.
7 technically with a less rock.
with sure. I mean, if you put a boost on anything, can go up to that. Yeah, but yeah. Stroke
but a lot of her
is
boosts
good card.
do not have the cancel ability. She has, I think, 3 in total. No, 4. 4 in total that have cancel. 5. Okay, never mind. Hover dash is cancelable. Sorry, I'm looking at Sadism and Gatling, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, those aren't cancelable. But in this range,
did you just flip the coin again? Were they supposed to?
What?
Were they supposed to flip the coin again?
No.
I heard a coin flip.
No, it's a best of 3. It's a best of 3.
I know, but I heard a coin flip.
I don't think they coin flipped.
I heard a coin. I heard a coin flip. Whatever. I mean, Ino's going first, so that's Teketria lost, and I'm assuming he would have gone first anyway. So we're just gonna let her.
Yeah. So he's gonna be using. He's not using this, so I'm assuming this is just gonna be. Okay. No. Never mind. Sorry. He's just. They're
just mulling. Take a quick look at Ino's kit here. We have Balanced Stray Fire. We have that Spectre Knight card, Throwing Sickle. We have this pretty reliable card. Stroke the Big Tree is a really fun card. I think
Stroke the Big Tree is a great card that can actually beat out. It beats out Sweep, beats out Focus, it beats out a bunch of stuff that has guard.
The interesting thing about this card, I think, is that it forces you as Ino's opponent to strike with cards that have 4 power. So it forces you to strike with cards like Assault at range 1. I think it's really interesting. Sultry Performance is.
But even Assault at like range 1, if Ino is, because Ino wants to be striking almost every turn.
I'm assuming that it would beat on offense, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sultry Performance is just a dive. Guitar Stamping.
On offense, like some of her best, honestly, like on offense, I mean, her defense is not super great. Like Focus, just some of the normal defensive options that you tend to have for it is pretty much what you're going to be doing. Mm-hmm. Another defensive option is Chemical Love, but at range 1 is not great. Well, but it is a great way to move. Okay, so he's going to play Less Rock here. That's actually a very standard play. Potentially meaning that he does have Chemical Love.
Sure, yeah.
He does have Chemical Love in play, so potentially.
Passing turn to Phonon, though. So Phonon will be able to strike with +2 power. Right. Speed. Yeah, I could have... And yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Strike with only 1 card.
I mean, the thing is that that actually kind of just doesn't...
Well, I mean, could be playing Sweep here to beat to quote unquote beat the Chemical Love, right?
Yeah, I mean, Chemical. Yeah, you can play the Sweep here to beat the Chemical Love,
right? Because this is a heavily telegraphed. I have Chemical Love in hand from Ino. Like,
I mean, you could also play
Rock at range 4 against Phonon.
What is it? Oh my goodness, can't think of the name of it now. Crap. Can't think of the name of the normals now. Crap. Dive. It could also be Dive here, but yeah, there's
the Chemical Love. And there's the Sliding Fiction. Okay, so I mean another option that would bait out the move, right? Bait out the Chemical Love. So Chemical Love will go first hit for 3. Sliding Fiction is not stunned. Notably, does not get the push or pull to gain advantage effect, which is absolutely backbreaking. Turn 1 on Phonon. So that's very good here for Ino.
But the thing is, though, is that the best part about this is that Ino has 2 gauge, and only needs 1 more gauge to go off and start doing Ino things.
Yes. Oh, no, I'm saying that strike is totally fine for Ino because the hit effect on Sliding Fiction did not go off. If that hit effect goes off, then Phonon is just ready to just dominate. Phonon is one of those characters that just snowballs you to victory, right? We see the +1/+1 boosted. Ultimate Fortissimo. So you ascribe to Exceed immediately. So you don't you do not see this boost getting sustained.
No, I mean, I don't see this boost ever getting sustained because you can potentially sustain it depending on what you hit with. She does have some things that actually can be very much a pain to deal with here to sustain it, because you have guitar stamping that can hit at this range.
On curve, yep.
And you add the top card of your deck to gauge, so technically you will get an extra gauge from it.
You'll get 2 gauge, yeah. So I mean, you'll go gauge neutral that strike, yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, Sultry Performance is just a range 4 or 5 dive.
Stroke the Big Tree is just kind of, it's a thing that exists.
I don't think you play here, but yeah.
To be fair, there's not really a whole lot here, but even dive is not bad.
Depends on whether you're going offensively or defensively. Notably, Phonon can just strike. Phonon does have a speed 6 move that hits here. If she goes UA and plays the, what's it, Guidance Ascension, 3/3/6 with push 2 on it. That's a big threat here that hopefully is prepared to deal with. Although 1 Chemical Love is down. But if Phonon strikes with 3/3/6, I'm assuming that better. Like, I'm assuming has a plan with an EX or something to beat this 3/3/6 that's coming out, because it's pretty telegraphed here for Phonon.
Oh, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry. I just literally was like.
So I'm saying if you boost this +1/+1 at range 3, you better have an option in your hand that deals with Guidance Ascension, right? Because Guidance Ascension is the most telegraphed move in the entire world here for Phonon. Guidance Ascension being the X16, so it has +2 power, so it hits 3 power. Range 3, push 2 as well, right?
Yeah, because it has
this will be any non-EX that throws, right? Because Chemical Love is down, or 1 copy of Chemical Love is down, so it has to be Chemical Love,
could potentially be. Or they could have gotten into another Chemical Love too. So we do see Focus. That's not shocking to me here. Focus actually relatively good here.
Oh, that is an 8 power sweep that crushes the Focus. Right, that is. So Phonon playing the mix up there, right? The Guidance Ascension was the telegraph, obviously, but goes for the 8 power sweep instead. Baits out the Focus. Snow Katsune off to a strong start here, as far as all health totals are concerned.
Yeah, as I said, like once Ino gets the same thing with Soul, is if she can get momentum, she can just do things. And playing from behind right now, she's not too far behind. She's not in the best of spots here, but also not in the worst of spots.
Looks like setting a strike here.
Yep,
spending a force. So you don't like this automatically because we're spending a gauge for it.
It's not the worst thing. It's actually not the worst
option. Playing Grasp, and the Grasp will trade into the big tree.
Yes.
Be 3 for 3. Phonon can. Interesting. Phonon chooses to stay on short side of board. Like Phonon could have put into corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, and does
potentially. Which is even funnier is the fact that Teketria will get advantage off this.
Yes, this does gain advantage.
But if she pushed her back, I think 2 spaces. Well, I don't think she can push her back 2 spaces.
Did Ino take the 3 damage there? I'm pretty sure Ino did not take the 3 damage.
Ino did.
I don't think Ino did.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure because it was a sliding fiction and then the EX sweep, right? Not EX sweep.
No, it wasn't EX sweep.
Oh, because it was 8 power sweep.
It was
8 power sweep and 3 power sliding fiction. Did not take the damage. Oh, 2 armor. Looks okay, maybe something like that. Yeah, sure. We'll say it looks okay. Wait, 3-part grasp. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. I'm pretty sure this is.
All right, this is actually really nice for Ino here, getting that 5 damage in, and really bringing it back here.
I feel like this is not. I feel like health totals are not right. I feel like health total. I feel like I'm gonna check the VOD. I feel like health totals are not right. Entertain the people.
Okay, I am entertaining.
Entertain the people.
+1 power. I am being entertaining. Yay! Entertainment is great. It's king. Okay. Phonon is striking here.
+3 power.
With yep.
Cross. I feel like Eno did not take this damage. Because that guiding session should have been 5 power.
I mean, at this point in time, it's we could go across that bridge when we get to at this point.
Eno did not take the damage.
Man, he is really not wanting to exceed of this.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. Hans, thank you as well.
All right,
Hans
so
in the chat.
This is the one thing I'm not exactly really big fan of here is he's not exceeding with Eno. And I know there's some people that will play Eno and be like, okay, we're just not going to go for the exceed. We're just going to go in and just try to...
Well, the issue is if you don't aggressively chase Phonon, she will kill you. Which is what I think Teketria's thinking. Right? Because like if you don't chase Phonon, she will just long range kill you, right? Her wheelhouse is like 5 to 6, like 4 to 6 range on her turn, right?
But even still, you have the movement option on the. Yeah, I know it's taking a turn off and potentially giving her extra time, but I think it's actually worth it for that 1+1 damage. Because that +1 damage can come in handy, can come in clutch.
But I just don't know if you have the time in this matchup to do that. Like Phonon's one of those characters where if you give Phonon time and space, that's the worst thing you could do. So maybe in this particular matchup, Teketria wants to not exceed. Also, I have seen other Enos who just don't exceed in general, and they seem to be
I mean, the thing
fine.
is, it's very much possible. I'm just never a big fan of it because it's just, it just gives you so much momentum that Eno really wants.
Does Eno have a kicker?
She does not have a kicker.
Interesting.
But basically, her exceed side gives you +1 power.
Yes.
After you use her ability.
Yeah.
That's actually a huge thing. Just that +1 power is enough to be like, yeah, that's enough to.
So we see the Baroque noise boosted.
Yeah, after return to hand,
Good boost. Good boost. Surely Eno strikes with something here. Strikes her puts himself in a better position to strike in the future, because otherwise Phonon's coming at you with +3 power. Just badass. Okay. So this does put you in a better position for the next strike in theory.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With +1 speed.
I mean, you could potentially try to hit with Stroke here. You can try to hit with...
Stroke is not a good card. Stroke is a good card here, because it's when you don't cross over, you get the ignore card, right? Yeah, okay, it's when you don't. It's when you close less than 2, okay?
Yes, less than 2, yes.
Okay.
Sultry is...
out of there.
Well, it's a card. Guitar Stamping is just hilarious. I'm assuming they have Cross in hand, maybe?
Who?
The other Cross?
Snow?
Phonon? At this position?
I think Phonon just want to get out of the corner more than anything else. I'm pretty sure Eno's going to strike into this and probably win. I'm pretty sure Phonon just wanted to get out of the corner. I'm like 99% sure. +1/+1 cancel. Okay. Yep. So this is gonna be Way of the Warrior. To Phonon that has nothing set up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Phonon was just trying to get out of the corner. With the respect.
Let's see.
Because I mean, this is essentially an uncontestable strike unless Teketria is throwing Spike and Phonon.
I'm assuming this is Guitar Stamping. Like 100%, I'm honestly believing it to be Guitar Stamping. I could be 100% wrong on this, but
why do you want to play Guitar Stamping to Phonon?
I mean, why not?
Because you're going to range 4 against Phonon?
Yeah, if you have some options, it's it's just one. Make sure you don't get moved that much, and then come in using your ability.
I want this to be Spike. Personally.
I mean, it could be Spike here.
Personally, I want this to be Spike. I don't want Eno to be going back to the corner. I hope it's not Guitar Stamping. Like, you only have 2 cards in your hand as well. I mean, What are you gonna do? You're just gonna guitar stamping kills you here, almost.
Guitar stamping doesn't kill you here, actually.
No, I'm saying it kills you later because you're so far behind on positioning with only 2 cards in hand.
As I said, like you're not really thinking about too much about the positioning that Ino can actually,
Yeah, but Ino literally does not have resources to use her UA. She used 2 cards in hand. Like guitar stamping could be just absolutely backbreaking. I feel like if it, which is why I hope it's not guitar stamping. I hope it's like antidepressant or something at least.
Antidepressant, I think, is actually the worst thing you could play here.
Oh, antidepressant does get the bonus. It's sultry. Okay, sultry's fine.
Yeah, sultry.
Notably, sultry is not stunned. This is only 6 power. So the suppressive restriction will hit back for 0 after armor, 1 after armor. Excuse me. But that's a pretty, it's a decent response, because you get the push-pull 2 as well. So Teketria will take 1, suppressive restriction will push 2, and draw 2 for Phonon. And Phonon now set up range 3 mix-up. With +1 power, because I'm pretty sure Sultry does not give you advantage. Yeah, Sultry does not give you advantage.
No, it does not.
So it's now Phonon's turn. Ino finds itself on short seller board, but yeah, Sultry makes way more sense there. I forgot that card existed. You can make your range afterward as well on that. But Phonon has what? Full hand, full gauge. Full gauge is expected because it's season 6 character, but full hand as well.
What's gauge, really?
We're looking at ultras here for Phonon. Phonon's ultras are not bad. EX Complete Servitude would be 7 power, 5 speed. It's a Metsuhado, right? Binding Beatitude, probably less good.
Alright,
could just strike with the range 3 mix up with +1 power. That's never bad. Health totals are relatively even, though. Phonon could even just make the funny play of just spending a whole bunch of force to move back. Forcing Ino to spend resources to move in. Actually less of a meme play and kind of a good play here, in my opinion. You have a whole bunch of force up on Ino here. Phonon checking discards, maybe you're reading. We are into non-season 7 territory, so reading is an option for Phonon.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's gonna get me for a bit. It's just I've been playing season 7 exclusively against season 7, so I've not been worrying about reading at all. Right.
I mean, the only one who has reading in season 7 is Angie.
Angie, yeah. But I'm just saying that's not something I worry about at all. So I know for me that's gonna trip me up when I start playing cross season. It's just like, oh, not to worry about reading. It's the mix-up. Going back to range 4, notably does not work with the UA.
Nope. That's the reason why I hate. Lovely. Just my opinions on season 6 are just kill me, please.
So this is a range 4 option would be what's that card? Tuning.
Yeah, you got tuning. You have.
It can only be tuning because you have no power bonuses. Could be dive, I guess.
I mean, suppressive restriction.
Both of those, I think both those are down. Maybe one's up. I don't think it's suppressive though. It could be, but I feel like if you play suppressive, you're kind of giving away your last good defensive option. Because Phonon, notably, pretty poor character on defense overall, right? I mean, she has an ultra that kind of functions as a block sometimes. It has 3 armor, but outside of that, and suppressive, her defenses are quite poor, right? Because it's difficult to attack on power bonuses if you're Phonon, and if you're not attacking on power bonuses, then you're not attacking on range bonuses. If you're not attacking on range bonuses, then you just have bad cards. So I would not like to see this be suppressive. I'd rather just see this be a tuning. If it's focused to not get pushed, that's fine. We'll take no damage. Reveals tuning for advantage, so there'll be no damage, but Phonon gets a gauge. Eno gets a card.
Yep.
They'll get pushed to range 5.
Here, so right now tuning is in hand. How many tunings did they have? It's just
well, tuning's one of the cards that there are 4 copies of it.
There's 4 copies of them, so I wouldn't be surprised to just see tuning, just to whittle down the life here, and to say, hey, do you have the?
Depends.
Do you have the option?
It depends, because a card like tuning also has compounding plots on it, right? Compounding plots +1 power now take another action allows Phonon to strike with cards that you would like normally not be able to strike with on a turn. For the power bonus, right? Which again translates to the range bonus. Because if Phonon were to strike this turn, she only gets +1 power, right? Because it's a turn after a strike. So she might need the compounding plots just for something else, right? So compounding plots to do a strike is +2 power, and that might help her, I don't know, play something like an Impulsive Frustration, right? Which normally, like, in this position, without any boost is unplayable, right? Because it's 2 to 3, 3, 4. But pair it with a compounding plots, and suddenly it's a 2 to 4, 3, 4. So it hits. Or 2 to 4, 4, 4, excuse me. So it hits.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, at this point in time, I would say, really, depending on what Phonon does here, Chemical Love is going to be the best option Eno has here. Unfortunately, it is one of those things where Eno just definitely needs, like,
Eno's also playing like she doesn't have it in hand, unfortunately. The Exceed coming from Phonon. Okay, so you have +2 power regardless, and hover dash in immediately. Will Eno cancel this? Eno does cancel it. Into strike, almost assuredly.
This might be anti-depression skill.
Yeah, I'm slightly under curve, but pair it with okay, just go on short side. Interesting. Oh yeah, can cancel. I always forget that. You can cancel the area shift without any gauge. Yeah. Into the strike. So this cannot. So we're at range 1. So it could be big tree. It could be like the mid speed dive. I doubt it is. But just fast slow mix up on normals.
Let's see here.
No additional power bonuses or anything for Eno. So I feel like this was mainly just a play to get Phonon on short side of board.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, like, this is the reasons why, 100%, like, this is honestly the big reason why I say Eno needs her +1 power, because even when you looked back at the last one that she played here, I'm trying to think here, Sultry Performance, she would have been able to stun out the card.
Yeah, exactly. That was only 6 power Sultry Performance, you're right.
Yes. So she would have been able to stun out, like, there's certain things that she's able to do when she's exceeded that she's not able to do.
She's a little bit,
I said, like, it's only +1, it's only a +1 power, but +1 power does a ton of work.
So playing the Binding Beatitude as a pseudo sweep, or as a pseudo block, excuse me. So we'll spend 2 gauge to take 3 instead of however many 6. Phonon will discard a card as well. Technically, the Binding Beatitude. Wait, the Binding Beatitude goes first. So she cannot return it to hand. Yeah. So the thing is, if she were to return to hand, the armor would go away. So unfortunately, the Binding Beatitude gets just spent. Why? What? Why? What? Why did Phonon not just block?
Because sweep. Sweep is what it got swept. Block is what it got swept.
No, I'm saying why did Phonon respond with block? Not respond with block. Phonon responded with an ultra that doesn't hit.
Yeah.
For armor.
I mean,
why not just respond with block? What, like?
I mean, to be fair, it's 3. It is exactly 3, and you don't have to spend a lot of. Yeah, you're spending your.
You have a billion resources. Just block, man.
Maybe she just Phonon just doesn't want to use this for. He wants to use it for something else, and wants to use it for the ability.
Yeah, but you spent 2 gauge already for the you cannot justify that. Maybe you can. Maybe you want to beat the guitar stamping. Wild Swing Dive will pop over the sweep there. The 8 power sweep, no less. I guess Phonon really wanted to call out the cross with the guitar stamping there, because otherwise, like, you just threw away a whole bunch of gauge. You threw away, like, you had a block in hand. You weren't guaranteed to throw it away, but there's a 1-5 chance that the block goes as well.
Yeah,
just
it may not be
there.
as bad of a, it's like, well,
just block there, man.
Sometimes
Anyway,
you just want to keep what's in your hand.
+2 power, +2 power range 3 mix up here for Phonon. We're just gonna move past it, because otherwise it's gonna tilt the heck out of me.
Oh, you're already tilted. It's fine.
Why would you have a block, man? Just play your block.
Oh, see, Teketria even played block.
All right, Teketria knows the block meta. Yeah, Teketria knows the block meta. Not trying to. Well, you didn't have to 3 gauge. And ultimate first system mode there is actually a good play for but we'll move past it. Anyway, that's a 6 damage assault. I'm pretty sure Teketria just blocks all of it. Yes. Yeah, it looks like he does. Advantage Phonon. Can like move back to range 2 and strike. I kind of expect that to happen. Phonon actually Phonon just preps. Will almost assuredly use that UA to get out of the corner. Yeah, advance 2 now strike. Phonon can't move. She just struck. Oh yeah, Phonon can't move. Thank you, Rose. What's up, Rose?
Wait, what?
Phonon cannot move after striking because it's not the turn after, or it is the turn after striking. Excuse me. So Phonon could not go back to range 2 and strike. It was my mistake. That's what I called out would happen, but Phonon cannot do that.
Gotcha.
Anyway, range 2 for Eno. Surely this is not cross, but could be slightly under curve antidepressant. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. 5 power. 5 power gain advantage as well.
Come on, hit with
Phonon with the wild swing. Focus. Spike.
Oh, spiking. Okay.
Okay. Phonon down to 6.
All right. So as I said, like right now, the Eno's never really been. One thing I will say though, even without the flip on Eno, is that Eno's never been really out of the game, and
excuse me, dust.
It's never really been. What is it? I'm trying to think what it's called here. I can't think what's momentum. Yeah, she never really lost momentum, nor has Phonon really ever. Like neither one of them really have had momentum to the point where it's like one-sided.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of just because, literally has advance 2 on her card, and Phonon wouldn't like a card like that. Also, Hans, that's the reason that Snow actually discarded the Ultra after playing it. So it did not lose the 3 armor. But yes, if Phonon had returned Binding Beater 2 to hand on that turn, that 3 armor would go away, and Phonon would have taken 6 damage. Which is another reason why that play was just no good. No good. Anyway, back to Phonon here. Finds herself short side of board. Cannot move and strike, thanks to the UA, but can strike with +2 power. Teketria with only 2 cards in hand, but if the answer's on your hand, it's in your deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure there's at least 1 cross in there.
I mean, right now, honestly, I think is in just a really nice spot where you can just play as defensive as you want and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little bit low on cards, but that's fine.
I mean, who doesn't? Who hasn't been there at least one time?
Snow just preps. Okay. Pretty defensive here.
We're gonna go ability more than likely here.
Ability into the corner? No, I don't think so. Change cards.
Oh, no, change cards. He's using.
Han says, unironically, playing the Ultra might be better for block if Eno plays Grasp or Cross. Again, I don't think playing Cross is in Eno's mind there, but okay. You pay 2 gauge for 3 armor and say block? Sure. Are we hard reading Grasp here? Are we not playing? Are we not playing like? I mean, fine. If you want hard read Grasp or guitar stamping there, then sure, the Ultra works. But I don't know, man. Just play your block. Maybe we're saving our block for tech hit. I don't know. Maybe we're saving our block for game 3. I don't know. Anyway, back to Phonon here, who has the tech checking cards here. Notably, Snow Katsune is one to track the specials. Teketria now checking Snow's discard. Okay, we do have to... Hold on. They did not... Okay, Snow moving back to range 3. I'm just going to fix that for them real quick. So, range 3 plus 2 power. Soft dive spike mix up. Could be that 6 speed move as well.
Dust is wait, wasn't? Oh, no,
Dusted.
Yeah,
last combat. Wild Swing Slash will do no good against the Guidance Ascension. Guidance Ascension will hit for 3. Will notably push back to range 5. However, like we said, has advanced 2 on her card, so it's not the end of the world.
It's kind of like whatever.
Yeah. 3 damage there. Surely would just move in and strike. Has like double antidepressants up, so only 2 cards left in deck, 5 in hand.
I think that was the last last Guidance Session.
That was the second copy of Guidance Session, yes. So no more above curve range 3 options for Phonon. We see the area shift instead. Yep. Okay, so maybe going to range 1 instead. Yep.
Potentially, or even honestly, yes, range 1.
Yep, range 1 strike. Sweep just wins the game here. Nothing else hits 6 here for, So sweep's the big concern.
I don't think that...
I don't think sweep is up. I don't think sweep is up. I'm pretty sure there's one badass.
I'm trying to think, I don't know if... I think they have a focus still up.
I think focus is up for I don't think sweep is up because I'm pretty sure one was boosted as badass and then one was boosted and one was that strike, the wild swing. Okay, Phonon plays across. Stroke the big tree will trade 3 for 3, and chase Phonon to the corner as well. Stroke the big tree also gains advantage. So it is Ino's turn once more. Can Teketria finish off the game? Not quite yet. And we see the Let's Rock, and we see a hand of
so it is
guitar stamping and the antidepressant. So fun fact, I'm pretty sure Teketria did not shuffle his hand. His bottom 2 cards were just both copies of antidepressant.
That's fine. I mean, hey,
it happens. It succeed, yeah.
Yep. It sometimes happens where the cards you need is on the bottom and you cry.
Well, so Phonon can strike with +2 power here. And his only range 1 option is the Wild Swing or the 4-speed guitar stamping. So this could be a problem, in theory.
I mean, all really just depends on...
depends on the top card of Ino's deck, right?
I mean, it really kind of just depends on the... I would say you probably Wild Swing here if Phonon attacks here.
Well, you have to, yeah. You have to. You're not going to be risking... Surely Phonon doesn't... I mean, Phonon has made a couple of crazy plays, but surely Phonon does not play a card here that loses to the guitar stamping.
Hey, sometimes you play that and be like, okay, you might call out something here. Be like, yeah.
Phonon also, I feel like he's running out of range 1 options. Has played a bunch of normals, to my knowledge.
Yes.
So this is not the best position to be in. Which is why all those turns ago, I really wanted Phonon to leverage her force lead and just run away instead of going in. But I mean, who knows how the game would have gone had that happened? That was 20 minutes ago or something.
Yeah.
If I'm not having a little bit of a think here, this is the first. I feel like this is the first lull in the action. Both players. This set has been quite long. I mean, it's been over an hour, but I feel like there hasn't been that many lulls in the action. It's just kind of been low damage strikes or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe I just haven't noticed. Looks like an expenditure of 1, 2, 3 force, maybe more, to leave.
Yes.
Almost assuredly. 4, 5. moving to range 4.
Oh my goodness, they're putting into antidepressant. Give her antidepressant right now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Teketria knows what he
Hopefully,
must do.
Phonon doesn't have like a play that just loses to Advance 1 EX antidepressant. Excuse me. Now you got me saying it. Now you got me saying it.
I will get everybody to say this. Okay, it's depression. Everybody, give them depression.
Okay. Well, I hope this is not just like I concede from Phonon, and surely it's not.
I mean, he's probably gonna. Yeah, he's gonna do EX here.
I mean, yeah, get it on curve. Get on curve. Don't lose the cross.
He's just gonna Sagat this all the way and just be like, yeah, can you beat this?
And hopefully, like Phonon just. I mean, Phonon put us here, so surely Phonon has an answer to this, right?
Phonon
does not have an answer to this. Phonon. That's.
It is just game.
What? Why move here if you're gonna lose to that?
Maybe the fact that they were trying to figure out a way to
what? But you know
pull
this
into
is,
something, maybe.
But
I don't know.
But you were at range 1. It wasn't gonna hit you anyway.
Some of the other options that they had weren't.
They just changed cards at range 1.
I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of trying to come up with something here, and I'm not coming up with anything. But you know what? Hey,
it's 1-1.
Eno gave depression.
It's 1-1.
I am just happy Eno gave depression, and that's all that matters here, and just ends the game without exceeding. Granted, it is very much possible.
What is happening?
Eno,
Phonon just went to a range where you just insta lost to EX antidepressant. Why?
Oh my goodness! Now you're just going like it's depression. He put you in depression.
Oh my god!
And it's fantastic.
I don't understand.
Things have happened and it's amazing.
I don't understand what happened there, but anyway, it's 1-1. So we are gonna see a third game of this tomfoolery. It's gonna be.
So we are gonna see Potemkin here. So
Catsune versus Potemkin. So
yes,
Zoner versus Grappler.
Yes. So really funny is Testament wants to be as far away as possible.
Yep.
Potemkin just wants to be in your face and say hi.
Yep. I've not played this. I've played both of these characters, but I've not played this matchup before.
Yes. This matchup right here is probably honestly going to be more heavily favored for
Testament.
For Testament, thank you. Granted, however, momentum is a thing.
Sure.
You give momentum away, you probably are just gonna die if Testament ever stays at range 1.
I don't know, Zain. You were talking about momentum for 30 minutes for Soul, and I did not see a dang thing.
Well, let's put it this way: Soul never got the momentum.
Soul never got the momentum. That's true.
That is the one thing for sure. I will admit, a lot of characters in this season, momentum is everything.
Yes.
And say, for instance, even in the last game against Eno, where if Snow was able to keep momentum away from Eno's just going to have a bad time.
I mean, Phonon is also a character that heavily thrives on momentum, right? So, yes. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so, as I said, like, I've had games with Eno where literally I'm at, like, 27 life and my opponent's almost dead. Mm-hmm. And that's mostly because of I just kept momentum and kept hitting mix-ups that my opponent was just not able to hit and win the mix-up to beat, a few of these characters, so... Or play a character that doesn't have to deal with mix-up and just goes, no, you stay here, I stay here.
Play a character higher on the tier list.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first. Anyway, this is a best of 3, so this is going to be our final.
Low on the tier list.
Well, I mean, there are some characters that don't have to play a ton of mix-ups, I think, and exceed.
Yeah, I mean, you could win with non-high tier characters.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that it's a little bit more difficult.
Okay, so
like you have to like interact, right? So.
I'm not sure if it's actually. Let me actually look at the stupid rules here because I actually don't remember.
We're
at the rules and I go.
It's best of 3. Whoever wins this wins. I don't know if there's a bracket. I don't know if there's a winners or losers bracket.
No, there's no brackets here. It is all Swiss.
I thought Poulter hated Swiss. Isn't Poulter running this? I thought Poulter hated Swiss.
Poulter does hate Swiss, and he does hate himself. He does hate his life right now. But that's just about
that doesn't translate.
I think it was just the amount of players.
Whatever, man.
I think it's just because of the players.
Why?
And this one is mostly meant for everybody's favorite thing to hear is not value, but crap.
Are you talking about playtesting?
Information.
Playtesting, because it's the EPT, so it's the Exceed playtesting tournament.
Yeah.
6. Which, by the way, I don't think I ever actually announced what tournament this was for, or where it's being run, or anything like that.
Something.
That's okay.
That's Edge of Infinity, yeah.
That's okay. I'll put it in the description, and when by that I mean I won't, but I'm sure people will find it. Anyway, Testament striking here at range 4. This could be fast fireball. This could be slow fireball. Fast fireball is what? 3-6, 3-5, draw 1. If stunned, gain advantage. Slow fireball is an IA at 5 power. Potemkin does have range 4 options. Potemkin has the hammerhead, hammerfall, excuse me, or the slide head.
So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Potemkin just pays everything to move in.
Yeah. I mean, I think Potemkin can be at range 2, right? Just like advance 3.
I mean, to be fair, he wants to be at range.
He wants to be at range 1, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that sight swing was apparently another option that Testament has at range 4 that I missed. Hits for 3 after armor. Potemkin looks like wild swing focus with 6 cards in hand, so pretty good wild swing. Mitigate some of that damage and don't get pushed. Potemkin striking here from range 5. This is guaranteed slide head. It's notably 0 power move, but moves you in.
I mean, hey, that's all you need.
Yep.
Could your opponent and go, whee!
Is Teketria the type to play dive here? Just to move in?
No, I don't think he would actually play dive here to move in unless he was trying to bait out a fast, just a fast.
Sure. I mean, Testament probably just going to be responding with a slow here.
Yeah, so it's Hammerfall.
Wait, it's Hammerfall, so this is dive,
so
basically.
This actually does get under,
It does get under the falling, yeah. I'm surprised that falling was played. I guess falling does beat slide head. Slide head is only speed 2. I thought it was speed 3.
Yes. Okay, so he didn't take... Okay, there was some cross... I don't know why he took the damage there for a second there. But yeah, no, he's able to get under.
Yeah, Hammerfall able to get under. So yeah, that was actually Potemkin striking just to move in, right, and miss. And
I said, like, it wouldn't surprise me
at
all.
Baits out the falling as well. Baits out the falling Arbiter sign from Testament. So good job there.
I mean, I don't know if Potemkin really cares about exceeding. Yes, you hit like a truck even harder, but you know, you hit like a truck now, so.
I've only played one game of Potemkin. I did exceed that game. Maybe I played 2 games of Potemkin. I've exceeded it twice. Let's rock at range 2. Yeah. Testament striking here immediately. The heat knuckle to catch a slow, or to catch a fast, excuse me. And yeah, we'll catch the Unholy Diver, because heat knuckle hits 1 to 3.
So potentially taking, I think, 2 here, or just 1.
Unholy Diver hits for 1. Yeah. Heat knuckle will hit back for 1 billion. By that I mean 6, but.
Oh, that's right. You sustain it. Yeah, I forgot you sustain itself. My bad. It's been a while since I've actually looked at that one. It's been a while. So yeah. So now we get to see potentially Potemkin just start. Well, I guess Potemkin's just going to do Potemkin things.
Potemkin's probably just going to strike with the assault move and then, the slash move. And then, yeah, get going. Build up gauge number 3 as well. Although that Kai moves.
I mean, you could do Gigantic Hammer.
Is it Kai or Cal?
Kai.
Is it Cal?
Kai. It's Kai.
It's Kai? This font is so bad.
I don't know if it's Cal or... Crap. I don't know if it's Cal or Kai here, because the stupid slashing here is not helping.
Yeah, I know. The font is terrible.
Actually, no, I think it is. I think it is Kai. Because Kai? Of the... You look at the...
the first I in Gigantor. Yeah. Where's an L? Oh, L does not have that little cut in it. You can see on like slide head. Okay. Weird. Weird. Pretty sure when I made my proxies I called it Cal, but that's okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Anyway, I think, whose turn is it? I think it's probably Potemkin's. Oh, no, just kidding. It's Testament's turn.
It is Testament's
because Testament gained... Did Testament gain advantage?
No.
So Potemkin just prepped, we'll just say? Sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I fully actually stopped. Like, I zoned out there for like 5 seconds here. It's not great to do that, especially when you're looking at a game going like, yeah, zoning out for 5 seconds because nothing's really happening.
We'll say it's Testament's turn, although they're looking at the card. Normally, if you play Unholy Diver, it does not give you advantage, right? Because the boost is on hit, you gain advantage, so you don't get advantage off it. So we're assuming that Potemkin did something, and then now Testament's striking. Although we're not sure what Potemkin did.
I mean, he hit with Heat Knuckle.
Potemkin hit with
so we're gonna hit
Hinako,
with the
yeah.
Wild Swing, and let's see what happens here.
That's a good
We
Wild
get the
Swing.
slash here. Actually, this is
This
not
fine.
horrible
This
for
is
him.
fine. This is totally
He'll
fine.
take 7.
Yeah, we'll take 7
He does
for
get
4.
pushed here. I will admit he will get pushed here.
Yes. We'll take a look at Testment's UA. I don't think we actually looked at that.
No, Testament's UA is normals have hit. You
Push
may
or
push
pull
1 or pull 1. So,
Salt UA.
I mean, technically, apparently he just chooses not to be
What is...
in your...
Oh, and
But
also...
it's only on initiating, so...
And also, yeah, Testament did not push. So we're staying at range 1. And plays Grasp, and... Okay, and gets Potemkin busted for his trouble?
Yep. So you're just gonna eat some 6. Yum,
Yeah,
yum,
have
yum, yum, yum.
6, yeah. Have 6.
Would it surprise me at all if he tries to exceed here, just to be like, I'm gonna put the pressure on and just go, yeah.
I think exceeding is totally fine here as Potemkin.
But I honestly think you would just put the pressure on, and yep, you're gonna force this. Oh no, you're not gonna force the scramble.
The scramble, no cancel. The scramble, no cancel. I mean, Testament only has 1 card in hand. Testament might just Wild Swing anyway. Testament might not. There's a good chance this card doesn't even hit at 1, so this boost is totally fine, right? Because Testament.
Yeah.
Although Testament.
Oh, we're seeing
big
CC.
CC. I feel like Testament's backside draws cards. Am I wrong?
No.
That's
a rough one to see. Oh, it is. Buster! For 12 damage coming in for the 12 damage. That is, respect. That is everything I want to see and more.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
I mean, I know it's not over yet, but it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like even if Teketria loses this entire thing,
that's the first time I've seen one of these hit. Oh, that's the rage 4 option. Oh, okay, but luckily Snow has the block. That almost got scary.
I mean, it's fine. What's the worst that happens? You hit for 11. I mean, honestly, at
12.
this point in time, Potemkin hit for what he wanted to hit for, and if he loses this, he's just fine with it.
Look, I mean, Potemkin's ahead. Look at how many cards Testament has. Only 2 in hand, 1 in engage.
Yeah.
Potemkin even has Force if he wants to CC.
Like, I will admit that the Potemkin Buster is just absolutely...
That's the first one I've seen hit.
Was an absolute godlike move.
That's the first one I've seen hit.
And, you know what?
I mean, this is the positioning for it too, right?
Okay, so they're trying to
make some space and strike.
I wouldn't be surprised if he just said, okay.
And that's it?
Yeah, he just calls it there.
Yeah,
and...
right, and just in the blink of an eye.
Just deletes.
In the blink of an eye.
Deletes.
Potemkin.
It deleted, sir. But what's even funnier, he also had armor, too, on top of that.
Yeah.
For that Potemkin.
Yeah.
For that Heavenly.
It does, yeah, it does. Wow.
What does the Heavenly actually also do?
Just advances 3. So,
yeah.
you really wanted
the
corner,
he
right?
Was not,
this was the perfect
no
position for it.
Going to be not missing.
Yeah, you just needed to dive over.
Hmm?
But anyway, that is it for the set. Teketria takes a 2-1 with the Heavenly Potemkin Buster.
Yes.
We'll move on to round 2.
It's Swiss.
Oh, both players move on to round 2. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Both.
Yes. This is Swiss because this is all for information. This is for
sure.
Data. That's the word I was looking for.
Data. We'll put data in quotes. We'll put data in big quotes. I think
it's all for data.
Well, data in quotes. But anyway, thank you, Zain, for joining me for the first time ever on the channel.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have you back for some more. But this was a fun time. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for me. If you are on Twitch, feel free to leave a follow. If you are on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. More Season 7 stuff coming your way. So if you're a fan of Guilty Gear Strive, the board game, Season 7 Exceed, a lot more of that coming your way. If you're a fan of Yomi 2, that's also coming your way. But I don't think you are if you're here watching this. But that's okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.